Welcome to Omnitrix Radio, your favorite Ben 10 watch-along podcast. I am your host, Riely, joined, of course, by my co-host, Demigloom.
Alright, so Ghostfreaked Out is the 7th episode of the second season of Ben 10 and 12th episode overall. Let's see here. When did it air? July 25th, 2006.
Did you say this is the 12th overall episode of Ben 10?
Yeah.
It's not true.
Oh, sorry,
How long was season
20th,
1?
20th.
Oh,
I got my twas messed up. You know, Twix, Twinks, Twinkies, 20, 12.
Gotcha.
So yeah, in this episode, we see like Ghostfreak. I mean, who we know as Ghostfreak, like escape the Omnitrix somehow.
I don't like what you've done to me, Demigloom.
What?
We usually start these with like small talk, and like I had something I wanted to say to you. I had like a whole bit, and then we're just right into fucking Ghostfreaked Out.
I'm obviously fucking with you. If fans actually expected a Ben 10 podcast, they're gonna be really disappointed.
No, I mean I have stuff to say about these episodes, but
Yeah,
real quick, I guess maybe leave the weird shit right before Craig came in because it's actually relevant to what I'm about to say. Demigloom had mentioned the lack of views her Mr. Beast OST video got. Now, I was frankly horrified and disgusted when I saw the upload. Because
it was supposed to be blind.
It was supposed to be Mr. Beast for the Super Nintendo.
Yeah, I quickly backed out of that because I'm the DS OST person, not the Super Nintendo. It's just the DS ones get way more views for some reason.
Well, and you also took the meme off of the thumbnail. I feel like that would have gotten more, because when you made the box art for this NES one, you used the thumbnail from the blindness video.
Yeah,
and this one is just the fucking Mr. Beast logo.
Well, here's what I was gonna say. Okay, I was going to actually do blindness boss fight and then blindness cured, and I'm still wondering how I'm gonna do that. I just had a song, and I'm gonna be real with you guys. Sometimes I just make music and then decide.
It's like,
I decide.
That's what this could be.
I decide what it is while I'm on Canva looking for an idea. So I was like, you know what? We're gonna test the waters with this Mr. Beast thing. So this wasn't actually the original idea for the Mr. Beast thing. So I will do a blindness cured and keep the thumbnail in there. I don't know if it'll be Super Nintendo still, but I'm gonna do a blindness cured and like make it more memey. But let's see, how much money have I made here? I believe
you were using the Maximum Carnage sound font. It sounded sick.
Yeah, that was the rap battle one. It was the Squid Game rap battle.
Yeah. That's Mr. Beast for the Super Nintendo.
Yeah. I've made $97.87 so far. We're getting close, guys. I've literally
No, here's the lore. Mr. Beast for the DS is a remake of Mr. Beast for the Super Nintendo. They both exist.
Oh, it's a reboot, like Yoshi's Island DS.
Yeah. It's Mr. Beast the DS.
Yeah.
And the Super Nintendo one is Mr. Beast.
Exactly. Which somehow contains a more recent Mr. Beast thumbnail than the DS one.
Have you done anything of interest, Demigloom?
I've been just applying for a lot of jobs, trying to get hired. Subway didn't work out super well. They didn't get back to me after my interview. I don't know if it is. I don't know if I said something stupid and bombed the interview, but they were just like, they just did not contact me at all afterward, which sucks. It's whatever.
Before I got my real job, I only ever did one job interview. I applied to plenty, but I'd only ever gotten one interview, and I did not get that job. So it was probably a shitty interview. And then I interviewed for my job, but that interview was a trick because they were hiring literally every single human being who applied at the point where I applied.
That was when I worked at Dunkin' Donuts. That was the case. I'm gonna try now. My next ideal place is this grocery store, which I think would actually be a lot better than a Subway. The grocery store is like a similar distance from my house that Subway is, so I don't know. I should be able to walk there, and I'm pretty much, with few exceptions, like obvious time slots that I need to be here for. I am gonna basically have fully open availability. Like I'm practically willing to work fucking 24/7 because I need money.
You're willing to work 24/7 besides Monday nights and Wednesday nights.
Buddy, Wednesday nights, I don't know. I don't know about Wednesday nights, but we're going to figure this out because I'm not going to work 7 days a week. Okay,
Is this
we'll
the
figure
end
out.
of Omnitrix Radio?
We'll figure out Omnitrix Radio.
Okay.
We've been through this before when I got my first job. Did I have a job when we started the Brony Initiation podcast?
I think you getting your first job is kind of what fucked over the Brony Initiation podcast, Demigloom.
Yeah.
So this is
but
history repeating itself.
Did I have a job? Did I have a job like during episode 10, like when the show ended?
I think you did.
No, I didn't. I did not.
Is there a lost episode of Brony Initiation podcast?
There are multiple lost episodes of the Brony Initiation podcast.
But like
its runtime.
There was one we recorded after the last one that came out that got lost, right?
Yeah, I think so.
There was a Brony Initiation podcast episode 11 that never made it to air because the audio got fucked up.
Yeah, I believe that's the story. I asked like my followers on Demi and the Goons if anybody remembered the Brony if anybody remembered or went back and listened to the Brony Initiation podcast in my current audience. And the answer was no. It was such a hard no that people were like, what the fuck? What is the Brony Initiation podcast? What is the thing that this channel was meant for?
That was built upon.
Yeah.
The bricks upon which Demi and the Goons was built. We should bring it back just to troll that audience.
Maybe. We should just say like we're done making DS memes. This is what we're doing.
This is the Brony Initiation podcast channel.
I think we should just reboot the Brony Initiation podcast and start over from episode 1.
Why would we ever do that?
We could either do season. I'm thinking either doing season reviews or doing like 5 episodes at a time or something.
We can just start that now. We can just do Brony Initiation podcast episode 11 and have it be 5 episodes from now on.
I don't. Realistically, I can't commit to another podcast right now. I'm already doing 3 weekly podcasts. Well, 2 weekly podcasts and a biweekly podcast.
Well, maybe it's time to send Omnitrix Radio gently into the good night and do Brony Initiation instead.
Omnitrix Radio is not going to live a long, happy life on a farm. It is going to stay here with this family until its death,
which will be soon.
Shut up, dude. I'm not like switching to Brony Initiation from this.
Why not?
We got a good thing going, you know? Do
we really?
Yeah.
We had one fan and she deliberately went out of her way to delete every single comment she ever made.
Yeah. I mean, can we talk about that actually?
Of course we can.
Yeah, like what the hell, man? Like we thought we had a fan, you know? Ellie commented on like paragraphs on every single episode and like was like fangirling over Ben 10 and was like super great, and we had like a consistent like commenter to respond to. She gave us a whole like
half
section
the show
worth of comments. It was like half the show, yeah. And all of her comments are gone, vanished.
And the initial assumption that Demigloom made and that I just accepted without looking into it further was that she deleted her account. And thus all the comments were deleted.
Where was I supposed to look though? Just search Ellie in the YouTube search
No.
bar?
I'm not blaming you. I'm just saying we made an assumption.
Yeah.
And that's what we assumed for a while.
Then I looked at my my public subscribers on my main channel, and lo and behold, it's Ellie.
Lo and behold, it's Ellie.
What does lo and behold even mean?
I don't know.
Is it even lo and behold? Am I even saying that right? I've never said that in my life.
Good question. All good questions.
It's L-O, not L-O-W. Lo and behold. Who is lo? Lo, exclamation.
Lo mama.
Used to draw attention and interesting. And lo, the star. So it's like, okay, it's a weird expression. I got it.
I get it.
Lo and behold. Word of the day is lo. L-O. Ellie, please come back if you're listening. Please. You know, if I don't know, do you think why do you think?
I just hope what I'm gonna say is like maybe there's some reason behind it that isn't that she hates us now for some reason, and she's still out there listening. She just can't comment, and in that case,
but how would all of her comments disappear? Under what circumstances would that happen?
Maybe
send us an email.
Send us an email.
Ellie, blink twice.
Blink twice if you need help. Yeah. It's the Ellie retrieval arc
Oh,
of Omnitrix Radio.
somebody named Ellie with somebody named Ellie who was 19 and had she they pronouns in their bio joined my Discord server, and I thought it was the real Ellie, but
You thought it
it was a
was the
different.
one.
I was like, I embarrassed myself. I was like, "Are you the Ellie?" And they're like, "Yes, it is I, the Ellie." And I was like, I did a little bit of investigation. I was like, "Oh no, you're not Ellie. You're Ellie from Masked Productions. Get the fuck out of here."
Fucking Masked Productions.
Masked Productions. No, I love Masked Productions, even though I don't engage with them a whole lot. Yeah. All that depressing shit out of the way. We got a Ben 10 episode to talk about. Ghostfreaked Out.
Okay.
And Riely, we watched all these episodes today,
Yep.
so
Of
they're
course.
fresh on our mind. Basically, Ghostfreak escapes from the Omnitrix, and he teams up with. It's a funny way to say it. The circus freaks are back, and they're like touring this college campus, right? Ben and Glenn, and
Yeah.
the circus freaks just so happen to be there, trying to like steal shit, and fucking Ghost Freak escapes from the Omnitrix and then tries to enslave them and make them work for him. And then Ghost Freak like reveals his true form. He like evolves. He has like a mega evolution. And he has this weird like upside down skull for a face and like tentacles coming out. And it's fucking crazy, man. And he's the bad guy, and Ben has to defeat him. And in the end, he defeats him with the power of sunlight because he's a vampire, I guess.
Yeah,
Even though
he's a
the
ghost
idea
vampire.
the idea that Ghost Freak can't be in the sun, has that been addressed?
I don't think so.
Did they do?
I think
feel
it
like
was. I think it was
weird.
pretty bright out when Ben turned into Ghost Freak in permanent retirement.
Yeah, that's true. This episode when I was a kid was
Isn't
my
it
fucking
implied that
favorite.
that's like a weakness that he? No. They do say flat out that that's a weakness he doesn't have when he's like in his complete power, and when he's in the Omnitrix, he is like in his complete power. Like Ben turning into Ghost Freak is the complete power, which is why Ghost Freak wants to possess Ben so that he can have his complete power. So when
I
Ben is
see.
Ghost Freak, he does not have that weakness, but the evil Ghost Freak has that weakness.
So, despite this being my favorite episode as a kid, I also found myself frustrated with the fact that Ghost Freak was just gone. We didn't get a lot of Ghost Freak. He was probably one of the least used aliens in Ben's watch, if not the. I can't think of anybody right now who's less used than him.
Well, hey, he comes back in Omniverse, you know. We'll
Yeah,
get more Ghost Freak someday.
Doesn't the villain Ghost Freak come back too?
He might. I don't know about that. I just know that like literally every alien is in Omniverse at least once or twice. So
Yeah.
does he ever like get Ghost Freak? I know he I've seen a clip of Ultimate Alien where he scans the evil Ghost Freak and turns into Ghost Freak. But I don't know if that becomes like a regular form he uses, or if that's just like a weird like possession plot of some sort.
Like a QR code. Like a one time
use QR code. He got the
Yeah.
free trial of Ghost Freak.
He didn't watch enough ads. Yeah. What did you like think of this episode overall?
It was pretty good. It's a fun twist concept to be like, oh, one of the aliens in Ben's watch comes to life and is evil. That's an interesting like plot to do, and it makes it and it's interesting that it actually becomes like impactful to the ongoing plot of the show, because from this episode, Ghost Freak is gone.
Yeah. And in the season 2 version of the theme song, they made one change.
They had a Cannonbolt instead of Ghost Freak.
They replaced Ghost Freak with Cannonbolt, and I remember as a kid being like, "Where's Ghost Freak?" Because of course, when I was a kid, I watched the theme song for every episode.
But well, I still that little. I can't say words. I still do that now.
If I'm gonna like when I watched like 3 episodes of N10 for Omnitrix Radio, I like watch the intro for the first one, and then
the first one,
next
and then
two.
you skip it.
Yeah, the next 2 I skip them.
That's reasonable, but however, it started when an alien device did what it did.
Yeah, it's a banger. It's a banger theme song. Don't get me wrong. We wanted, didn't we? Yeah, we tried to get the person who sang the theme song on this podcast. I don't know why I thought that was gonna work out.
Didn't you DM her or something?
Yeah,
I slid into her DMs.
I think I DM'd her. I think I tagged her on Twitter. I don't remember. I don't remember if her DMs were open. If I had to tag her, I don't remember exactly what the deal was.
Should get a guest on this show.
Yeah, we haven't had a single guest on here, which is interesting.
I think we fucked it up twice.
There
was somebody who wanted to come on and it somehow got fucked up. I don't remember who it was, and I know that the second time it was Sweebo, and I just
Yeah,
canceled the show that night. But I think there was somebody before that.
there was talk. Well, there was talk of getting a lot of people on this show. Uh, Insight Zoidberg, maybe,
It might have been Insight Zoidberg.
maybe at the time back when Insight was like just invading everything that we were a part of.
I just
I'm trying
remember
to
there
think.
being like a
There was
guest who
talk
watched
of
the 2 episodes to do the podcast, and then we had to reschedule the podcast and they couldn't be on.
I was
Or their connection was so shitty and their mic was so bad.
that was Brony Initiation. That was a man who likes ponies.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
It's still around, by the way. Still ponying it up on YouTube.
Well,
He
if,
still
if a
likes
man
ponies.
who likes if a man who likes ponies gets a better mic, maybe he should come tell us why My Little Pony's better than Ben 10 and why we
Yeah.
should switch back.
What was I gonna say? There was talk of getting my then girlfriend on this podcast at one point. I don't know if you remember that. That was very brief.
I mean, I asked you if we could have your girlfriend on like literally anything. Like I was like, let's have your girlfriend on Largest Issue. Let's have your girlfriend on
Yeah.
Brody Initiation. Let's have your girlfriend on Omnitrix
No,
Radio.
I think it was Omnitrix Radio was like the only show that like I actually asked her if she wanted to be a part of. I
think
don't
like I was
remember.
interested in talking to her about the reboot because you said she liked the reboot.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
wanted to like have a conversation about like why she felt that way.
I don't think she was ever a real fan. She babysat kids and they would watch the reboot and she would be in the room as the reboot existed. I remember she said something like I mentioned that I had a Ben 10 podcast. It came up. I wasn't like, hey, I have a Ben 10
guess what?
podcast. I wasn't. I promise you, it's not as cringe as it sounds. But it somehow came up, and she, believe it or not, did care a little bit, a little bit
She
about my
cared
podcast.
slightly.
She was slightly curious as to what I was doing all the time. I think she said she would maybe be willing to come on and like just talk about 2 episodes of Ben 10. But I think we all knew deep down inside that it was probably not going to happen. She didn't want anything to do with Demigloom's internet presence, which is completely understandable.
For some reason, it's just so funny to me to have conversations with current or former romantic partners of
or just
my
anybody
co-host.
like anybody who is like involved in someone's life like intimately who wouldn't normally be on a podcast. It's just really funny.
It's like I remember having Alex on the podcast, and that was really funny to me at the time when I had Alex on Largest Issue when Andrew wasn't there, and we talked shit.
You just got Andrew's ex-girlfriend to come on the podcast and talk shit about him.
I did. It was really funny.
Fucking stupid.
Maybe I'll have to do that for you. Not that I even know a single internet handle of your girlfriend or even remember her real name.
No, she wouldn't.
But I'll find her.
I don't think she wants to. I don't think she wants to talk about me at all publicly. I don't think she wants to acknowledge that she was ever with me or a part of me, which is again completely understandable.
Yeah,
for me,
that's
I
fair.
don't care. I'll talk about my exes all the time. It's really funny to me.
We got to find your ex's secret podcast co-host.
Yeah.
Your ex had a podcast where she talked shit about you exclusively. It was the Demigloom Sucks, the podcast.
Yeah.
I was a subscriber. It was good. Good show.
Yeah, probably pretty good show. There's a lot of valid things to criticize about me. Like I'm not a perfect person. So I'd listen to a Demigloom hater podcast and take some advice. My problem is
imagine it's so funny to imagine because I know I was part of a real thing that this happened, where a podcast it just exists to be a hate show for another podcast or podcaster.
Oh, what could you possibly be talking about?
Well, yeah, that happened with the Dickheads podcast.
Yeah,
but it's just
I
such
know,
a
obviously.
stupid concept.
It is dumb,
but it's real.
It's
it happened. And it could happen again. Somebody can make a podcast someday about how much they hate Demigloom, and it'd be great.
I feel like Jason would do that. Or like Kathy. But
This is a
boring
show.
This is a boring conversation. We got to talk about Ben 10.
I don't know what to say, man. I watched this episode like a month ago.
2 weeks ago. Come on.
Whatever. It's been a long time.
How do you feel
Ghostfreak
about
possesses Gwen? That was some good drama.
Yeah.
And it was also fun to see the evil fucking Ghostfreak voice come out of Gwen.
Yeah. They how did you feel about reintroducing the circus freaks, making them like reoccurring villains? Because I know that they exist in like Omniverse too.
Yeah, I mean, I can appreciate an action show that has like a fun reoccurring rogues gallery.
Because they're not
Um,
like the most interesting or like important villains ever, but like they're fun. They're a fun time.
they're a fun time.
They're they're a posse of insane clowns, and it's interesting to see.
Yeah,
They're
they're not all clowns. They're circus freaks. We've had this debate. I've been proven correct.
they're not clowns, but they are a posse of insane clowns. They're
Okay,
an insane clown posse, if you will.
if you will. I won't actually.
I'm a big fan of those. I love insane clown posses.
Yeah, you know, posses of insane clowns are pretty cool, I would say.
All right, well, time to talk about the
Podcast
next
sucks.
episode.
Wait,
Next episode, the ultimate weapon.
we
This
got
was
wrap-up
aired.
questions to do.
Oh
Demetria.
yeah, I always forget that we do those before we talk about the next episode. Rated out of 10.
That's the last one that we do.
Favorite character.
Ghost Freak.
Yeah, obviously Ghostfreak. No, that girl who was giving the tour of the prep school.
You know, she was a pretty good sneering babe character, but I gotta give it to Ghost Freak.
Don't call her a babe. She's like 14.
It's sneering babe is a genre of character.
Yeah, this just feels weird. Ugh. Okay.
It's a girl who's really bitchy and does a sneer. Is a sneering babe character.
Okay, buddy. Keep telling yourself that. What was your favorite scene? My favorite scene was the one where Ghost Freak almost made Gwen commit suicide.
Yeah, I mean that was definitely like the ramp of drama. Like probably one of the most dramatic scenes of the show so far. It was done pretty well. I agree.
Um, my favorite scene was probably the sun gun. That was so funny to me.
The sun gun was pretty rad.
He was just like, sun gun shoots a beam of light as powerful as sunlight. Just like, what the fuck? Sun gun?
He just got a sun gun. He just has it
I remember
around.
specifically watching in the like the audio commentary, because when I was a kid I was so bored that I would watch audio commentaries of DVDs that I had. They said that sun guns were real, but when I Google sun gun, I don't find anything, so I don't know what they're actually called.
I've
But it's
never
clearly based on like a
watched
real form of technology.
I've never watched a commentary in
Never?
my life, not even once, whether it be like a real DVD commentary or like a YouTuber podcast commentary. I've just
That's
never done
really
it.
It's really weird because I have always did that when I was a kid. And when I talk to people about this, which isn't incredibly frequent, but when I talk to people about this, they're like, "What the fuck?"
You
Like
actually
nobody does
watched
that.
that shit?
Yeah, I did. I watched the behind the scenes. I watch all the special features. I'm one of those people who is like who doesn't like Blu-ray because they never have special features.
We learn Ghost Freak's real name in this episode.
Not in this episode, but you do
Not in
later
this
on.
episode. I know you do later on, but not in
Yeah.
this episode. Okay.
Rated out of 10.
You see, it doesn't break the 10 out of 10 barrier for me. It's not that special. But it is a high quality Ben 10 episode, worthy of accolade. I'll give it a 9.
I want to give it a 9, yeah. I'd say pretty much the same thing. It was my favorite when I was a kid. It's definitely not my favorite now. I think just seeing like the Ghost Freak transformation, it was like so fucking badass and metal. Like
I
it
think
was
what
like the
my
coolest shit
favorite
ever. I always
is
wanted I always wanted a fucking action figure of like evil Ghost Freak, but they didn't seem to exist.
I think my favorite episode is the one where Grandpa Max gets hurt and Ben tries to go out on his own. I don't remember what it was called.
The one where they're in Albuquerque.
Were they in Albuquerque in that one?
Yeah, that's the one where he's like, the kid's like, I'm so glad I got to spend the summer with you, Grandpa.
Yes, it is that one.
Bro just got grandpa cucked.
Yeah, I think that's my favorite episode so far.
My favorite is Permanent Retirement. I fucking
Yeah,
love that
Permanent
episode.
Retirement is definitely a close second. Permanent Retirement is fucking great.
But yeah. Um
That was like the most prominent Ghost Freak has been in an episode, I think, was Permanent Retirement.
yeah, with this obvious exception.
Well,
He
like
was
Ben is Ghost Freak.
yeah, he was Ghost Freak
Yeah.
for like and not even that long. I think that was Ghost Freak's first appearance too.
Yeah, probably.
That was during that like weird era where like we didn't really like know like how many like we knew that he had 10 aliens, so like we didn't see them all. So it was like a reveal whenever a new form was shown. I think they do a really good job of like making that pretty subtle, like just seamlessly like integrating different aliens into different things and trying to give not necessarily an equal amount of screen time to all of them, but making you familiar with the characters like just subtly like throughout the show, like
Well,
becoming familiar with their
pretty
abilities.
they have pretty equal screen time between like 9 of the aliens, and then there's forearms.
Well, also like there's also like a lot of heat blast.
That's true, and a
I
lot
feel
of
like
gray
there's more.
matter because
Yeah,
the go-to gag is he tries to get X alien and gets gray matter instead.
yeah. There's definitely like a hierarchy of like most used aliens, but like generally speaking, I think they do a good job of like seamlessly showing off their different abilities and capabilities and stuff.
Can't
I think
believe
it's
I have
cool.
this strange false memory that feels so real about gray matter having a power where he shoots a honey-like substance out of his hand.
What?
It's not a real power that he has, but I have such vivid memories of that. I don't know why. I have fake memories about gray matter shooting honey out of his hands.
That that just came out of nowhere. What the fuck?
I've talked about this on the show before.
I
We had
don't
an
I don't
we had
remember
an
this.
argument about whether it was real, I think, because I was so convinced of the memories that I'm like, it has to be real.
Gray Matter shoots honey out of his hands. Okay.
No,
Well, you heard it here
it's not like honey
first.
you can eat, but like it's like just yellow sticky liquid.
Yeah, you would think about yellow sticky liquid when watching
E-
cartoons.
Ew, ew, gross.
The Ultimate Weapon was aired.
Okay.
It aired on July 6th, 2006. I keep forgetting how fucking old this show is. I keep thinking it's like 2008 or something because that's when I got into it. 2006, and yeah,
Yeah.
it's there's an Ultimate Weapon. There's like this
Get the IMDb out, damn it.
yeah, there's this like Mayan like weapon, like this ancient Mayan weapon that the Forever Knights are trying to get, and yeah, they don't want him to. And Grandpa's like super serious.
Go to imdb.com, Ben 10, episode Ultimate Weapon.
10 Ultimate Weapon IMDb. IMBD, by the way.
IMBD.
Texas oil drillers underneath unearth the mask of Apuk. Is that how it's pronounced? Apuk,
Probably.
the key to the most powerful and destructive weapon ever created, the sword of Ektua. It's like a t kind of sound. It's CHT, but it's like Ektua.
Ectachua.
Ektua.
I think
Tua.
it's probably pronounced, the T is probably pronounced, because it's like T'Challa, right? It's like a Black Panther is. Like, it's T'Chua.
But it's ECHTUA. Ektua. I remember them
Ectua.
specifically saying like Ektua.
I thought you said it was,
Ektua.
I thought you meant like it was T apostrophe C,
Oh no.
like T'Challa.
Yeah, no, that's not the case.
Okay.
Yeah. And I think the biggest theme, the fucking lesson learned is that Grandpa is like being super serious. He's got his eyes on the prize, and he's got no time to rest, no time to consider the feelings of others, no time for that sort of thing. It's all about the mission, you know? And people try, like they try to make their little superhero catchphrases and not catchphrases, like one-liners
Yeah.
and stuff, and he's just like, no, he's just not about
It's
that.
like, shut the fuck up, Ben. Shut the fuck up.
Which, in my opinion, valid. Because like the world, like we're talking about a potential like world-ending thing right here. Like I completely understand why you wanted to be super serious, and the lesson was like you can't. And I'm like, I don't know, man. Maybe in like the long term, but I think like generally speaking, like for that time period, you know what I mean? Like during that mission, it was an important thing to
Sometimes you gotta talk shit.
take it incredibly seriously. Yeah.
If I was a superhero, that would be what made it worth it for me.
I love that they just like kill the fucking monster that's guarding the thing, even though like it's doing exactly what Grandpa Max is trying to do. Like they
Yeah,
have the same
that's
goal in mind, but they're like, oh,
it's kind of
but
strange.
it's a monster, but it's a creature that doesn't speak English, so its life is completely
Oh
worthless.
my god, Demigloom.
I'm telling you, that's true. That's true. That's how media works. Characters that don't speak English or like non-English speaking creatures are presented as objectively like fundamentally lower value beings. And
This
we can argue
is
about why that is
such
all day.
libcuck
I don't
bullshit.
care. I don't care if it's true. What I'm stating is a fact. I'm not even like making any political advocacy right now. I'm simply stating the fact that that's how media presents and
Oh,
treats
it's a racism
characters.
allegory because the alien who
No,
says
I'm not saying
Bagadu
it's
Babada is.
I did not say it was a racism allegory. That's what I said about another thing, another time, but not this.
What was the other thing the other time?
I don't remember.
I don't know, man. This episode, it sure was one of the Ben 10 episodes of all time.
Really?
Yeah.
I particularly don't. I remember, like, as a kid, I didn't really like the Forever Knights episodes that much. I'm gonna be real with you. They were the least interesting villains to me as a kid, and I liked them a lot better than I did when I was a kid. But I still like find the other villains much more entertaining.
Do you realize what I said? Or
What?
do you think I said that it was one of the best ones?
Well, you said the Ben 10 episode ever.
Yeah, I said it's one of the Ben 10 episodes of all time,
Yeah.
which means it's mid. It's just one of them. It's not one of the
I don't
best,
know if
it's one
that
of the
means it's
worst.
vid. I hang out with a bunch of like weird like queer people. When they say like the blank ever, that means like the best. But they just cut the word best.
No, I
They'll be
just
like,
like
oh, that
I
was
just like the joke where it's like if something is mid, it's just like, wow, that really was one of the movies of all time.
yeah, it's true. Yeah, it was okay. It was really weird when they do this weird like history shit too. I think certain concepts were like really funny, like how they like made Mount Rushmore like a plumber base. That's just like one of the great mysteries of the world is just explained by Ben 10.
Yeah.
Um, that stuff's funny, but like this is just like some like random like Mayan temple. It's just like very like vaguely historical and uninteresting overall, in my opinion.
Can I go on a rant that's only tangentially related to Ben 10 real quick?
Go right ahead. We need as much time as we could squeeze out of this
Yeah,
conversation.
we're pretty much done with this episode, and we're only 37 minutes in. So something I've realized that I realized there was a problem with the original Ben 10 because we figured that out and we decided to go with the production order. But like fucking every kid show ever has this weird problem where episodes air out of order even when there's a plot, and it's like so fucking annoying. Like I was watching Omniverse in the wrong order the whole time because I was watching it on Hulu just in the order they had it. And that episode aired out of production order. Or those episodes, not just that singular, the 4 seasons of Omniverse I watched. It's just really fucking annoying, and like it's a thing with Power Rangers, like the DVDs and the Netflix and like the airing order are all different. And it's like, why do kids shows do this? Just have an episode order that's correct.
Yeah, I don't know.
If you have a show with a plot and that plot occurs in the production order, then at the very least, even if they air out of order on Cartoon Network, when the fucking DVDs come out and when it's on streaming services, it should be in production order. But it's
Yeah.
not.
Yeah. I just don't think that when they put shit on streaming services, they like actually put a whole lot of effort into like that sort of thing.
That was a big problem with Disney Plus, is a lot of shows were just like not even in any order. Like they were just like completely jumbled, like even from airing order. Like Phineas and Ferb
Yeah,
was
or how
wrong.
they just like
Fucking
with the Simpsons, they just like cropped it. Like they didn't
yeah. Well,
even like
they
make an effort
fixed
to
that
change.
eventually, but from what
They
I'm
didn't
told,
like they didn't even like go back and like get the original footage and like properly switch it to widescreen. They literally just like zoomed in and like cut the parts of the top and bottom of
yeah, it's really
like the
weird.
entire screen.
But like they fixed that. I don't think they ever fixed like the episode order of like Phineas and Ferb or like some other shows that were just like completely jumbled. Maybe they'll fix the episode order of Phineas and Ferb now that there's going to be new seasons of Phineas and Ferb exclusively on Disney Plus.
What? Are they
Did
just
you
like
not hear
bringing
about
back the
that?
show?
Yeah.
Is it going to be like a reboot?
No,
Or
I
is
think it is
just
just season 5 and 6 of Phineas and Ferb.
huh? There's only 4 seasons of that?
Yeah.
I remember that running for like a long time.
It ran for a long time. I think seasons might have lasted multiple years.
Yeah.
But I believe there are only 4 seasons that are denoted separately and categorized as such.
Yeah.
That show was really good. It's one of the shows where like I only recently gained a real appreciation. Like as a kid, it was just kind of like something that was on sometimes, and it was like one of the like options where it's like, okay, if none of like the 7 shows I like are on, maybe I'll watch Phineas and Ferb.
Yeah, that was kind of how I felt for a long time, but I eventually did sort of get into Phineas and Ferb. I've never watched it like in order or anything, but like I did consistently tune into it.
The Platypus Radio coming soon.
Oh God, no, I could never do that.
You don't think Phineas and Ferb is worthy of such a thing?
No, I'm not saying it's unworthy. I'm just saying like me personally.
Yeah, I got you. I just want to do Megazord Radio. That's all I want to do with my life.
Get over it, Riely. Nobody
Gonna
loves Power
happen.
Rangers and is pathetic enough to do that with you.
No, there has to be somebody. Don't know where, don't know when, but I'll find them.
One thing, I don't know why.
It can't be Jack because he refuses to watch like half of Power Rangers episodes.
Why?
Because he's one of those pretentious dickheads who will only watch an episode if it's relevant to the plot, to the ongoing plot of the show.
So I hate
Like he
people
just
like
he just
that.
like refuses to watch the filler episodes of Power Rangers when most of the appeal of Power Rangers is the filler episodes. Like it's not some of the show, some of them have like good plot. Well, they all have good plots in their own rights, but Power Rangers shines when it's just like being silly and having fun. And he skips all those episodes.
There's some shows where I the filler gets super fucking annoying, and one of those is Naruto.
Well, Naruto, the filler is stupid. The filler is literally like they do a show where they don't have to write their own material, but then they run out of the material that's written for them, so they have to write something, and it's always like dumb.
Yeah.
Whereas with Power Rangers, it's like we have a 40 episode season. There's going to be a plot, and like 20 of those episodes are going to address the plot, and the other 20 are just going to be like fun, random monster of the week stories.
Yeah.
And like both of them are equally important, but Jack is a pretentious asshole and refuses to watch filler content. He tried to like we like broke up a call one night. We had a whole plan. We were gonna sit there and we were gonna watch Green with Evil, which is a 5-part episode of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. That is the one that introduces the Green Ranger. Me, him, and Crow. We're gonna sit in a voice chat. We're gonna watch all of Green with Evil. And then he tried to fast forward past the Bulk and Skull part, which Bulk and Skull are the comic relief characters that show up every once in a while.
Yeah.
And me and Crow were both like, what the fuck? We want to watch the Bulk and Skull part. And he was like, no, it's stupid. It doesn't matter. And we argued about it. And then he just left.
Yeah.
Because he was so offended that we wanted to watch the funny Bulk and Skull part.
Yeah, Power Rangers sure is a show that exists.
It's so
that
good that you should watch it.
I've seen as a child.
Did you?
Yeah, we've been over this. I watched the movie. I had it on DVD. I had a Power Rangers phase when I was like 4, like in 4K. And I remember on Halloween, like I was the Red Ranger for Halloween in 4K, and some other kid was the Red Ranger, and they wouldn't let me be the Red Ranger. They said no, he's the Red. Brandon, fuck you, Brandon. Brandon was the Red
You,
Ranger.
Brandon, I wanted to be the Red Ranger.
Yeah, there's like we can't have 2 Red Rangers. Fucked up, man.
That's fucked up. Do you remember like which Power Rangers it was?
Well, the original movie, the Mighty Morphin movie.
Yeah, the Mighty Morphin movie.
And I watched Power Rangers Samurai on TV.
Oh yeah, that was what was airing when you were a kid.
Yeah.
It's not a good one. It's not one of the good ones.
It was decent if you're rating it as like a teen sitcom, right? But like even
no, because they were so
shitty.
Boring. Like the teen sitcom parts of like Mighty Morphin, the original, are so great because those actors are good. Whereas like Samurai, they're just all fucking wooden planks.
Yeah.
And apparently, from what I'm hearing, that's like that's on purpose.
What do you mean?
Like apparently, like the staff of the show tells the Power Rangers to act less.
That's really odd.
Like it is really odd, and I have a hard time believing it, but I keep hearing it from a lot of sources where it's just like I guess because like Power Rangers Megaforce, which is what came right after Samurai, is like widely considered the worst one ever. And like one of the reasons is because of super stale acting and like shitty characters. And I keep hearing all these reports that like apparently the actors weren't bad, but they were told to act shittily, basically.
Wow, that's weird.
Putting too much heart into it. Tone it down. But
what was your favorite character in this episode?
I don't know, man.
Fucking Grandpa Max, right? The only character who was like
Grandpa Max
Interesting.
was shitty this episode.
No, he was good.
Eh, eh.
Eh.
I'm gonna give it to Gwen for being for not putting up with Grandpa Max's shit. She's not happy.
The
She's
world
not
was
having
gonna
it.
end.
Well, they would have solved it anyway. He didn't have to be
There was
so.
no time.
Yeah, there
For all
was.
they knew, it could have already been too late. You know?
Listen, Grandpa Max wasn't laying the respect, and Gwen wouldn't tolerate it, and she's a queen as Gwen.
Okay.
What was your favorite scene?
I don't fucking remember.
Neither do I.
You rate it out of 10.
No, we gotta think of one.
What do you think you would have rated it out of 10 at the time you watched it?
I don't know.
This is the last episode of Omnitrix Radio. We're done. It's over.
Is it? Are
Yeah.
we? No.
We need to at least finish the original Ben 10 series.
Did we?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
What if we don't?
Want to just finish season 2 then?
What if we finish this episode?
And we quit it forever?
Yes.
Why don't we do it like at least do like some kind of finale? Like don't let this be the end.
We don't have to do like what is the finale we're gonna do? What is the concept like? Oh, we were doing a watch along podcast and we're ending in the middle of season 2. What's the finale plan?
Just kind of
how are we gonna make it special?
Just reflect on the show itself and give our acknowledgments and thank all the people who are listening to this on Riely and Friends archive in 2037 on a new YouTube free speech alternative, because that's what's going on now. Yeah, YouTube's dead. We're definitely
This
not
is
stuck on the same
2037.
platform.
YouTube is dead.
Yeah, no, you're still on YouTube.
We're all on BitChute now.
No, we're not. It's not true.
I missed BitChute. I did numbers there. We have to go back.
We gotta get on Rumble.
This is Rumble shit. What is this Rumble I'm hearing about?
Listen, okay, Rumble has like mainstream media, supposedly, allegedly, right? And they have like Sneeko. So like they have like the freedom of speech, right? To probably an extent that my cucked self would probably just not even be a fan of. They're like extremely like radically free speech.
Wake up.
They're radically free
speech.
Get
off of Instagram.
And they have mainstream media on it. So like
you are so stupid.
I think they have a chance. They have a shot at success.
I like that Sneeko guy.
I don't say that. I do not like Sneeko. Sneeko's a very bad person.
I know nothing about Sneeko except he yelled, "You are so stupid. Get off
he's a huge like Andrew Tate simp. Like that's what he's known. He's known as like the shitty knockoff Andrew Tate. But like I've seen like just looking at his like backstory. I've read a little bit about him. I watched the Turkey
his
Tom
tragic
video about
anime
him.
Backstory.
Yeah, and it's kind of like I see like potential for him like as a human being, and he seems like an genuinely like interesting person who has like actual morals, unlike Andrew Tate, who's just like absolutely misguided into preaching like the most repulsive, heinous shit ever. So like I'm not gonna sit here and defend anything that he's done, but I have hope that he could like someone like him could go on a better path.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah.
Someday he'll find the light. He'll see the error of his ways.
We gotta think of a scene.
Oh God, what even happened in this episode? Grandpa Max was mean. They ran around. They did some fights. I guess probably they did some fights.
Yeah, to my memory.
I can't recall a single scene. A cohesive scene will not form in my brain.
Dude, this is so bad.
This is the shittiest episode of Omnitrix Radio to ever occur. No, this is like this is the last time we got down on the show. It's only the episodes where we miss a recording, but we've already watched the Ben 10 episodes. So then we get together 2 weeks later and we have to talk about the Ben 10 episodes we watched 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And it doesn't work.
Riely, should we scrap this?
No.
Come on now.
Oh, come on.
Come on. We fucked it. We
didn't. It's fine. There's good content here.
Okay, should we at least like not talk about the next episode because we don't remember it at all?
No, we should. We already watched it. We're not gonna do it again.
No, we're gonna rewatch it. We're gonna watch the 3 episodes next week. Are gonna include that episode, and we're gonna record the episode the week we watch them.
No, that's
okay.
Not, Riely, watch it again.
Riely, we fucked it. Just scrap this.
No,
You know you're coping.
I'm not coping. This is fine. You've made it not fine now with this diatribe.
Great, so let's stop.
No,
If I've
because
made it
you're
not
the
fine.
editor. Cut it out.
No, we're not gonna cut it out. This is raw, important context.
Of course. Okay, then I guess we're just
I
keeping the episode.
remember more about Camp Fear actually than I do these other episodes, if you can believe that.
I do also remember more about Camp Fear because it might.
So sorry guys, we can't remember a single scene from last
No,
episode.
hold on. Let me pull up the wiki page. I will remind myself of the scene. Ben 10. What is this episode called?
The Ultimate Weapon.
The Ultimate Weapon. Okay, not the Ultimate Weapon. It's just Ultimate Weapon.
Oh, my bad.
You promised my son. Is any of this episode cool? I'm like reading through the plot and I'm like imagining what I watched, and it's like I don't remember any of this being good.
Yeah, it was not great. We're still talking about fucking Ultimate Weapon.
Because I need a scene. I can't break my own rules.
It's not like we're documenting any of this anymore. It's just a
What do you
formality.
mean?
It's not like the movie review show where you have like you're documenting anything regarding like.
Well, I
spoiled-
might go back through like I did with Kira's Kingdom.
Ugh. Riley, you know that you don't care enough about this show to do that.
Maybe I do.
You just said you wanted to end it. Whatever.
My favorite scene.
Whatever.
I'm never serious about that. Like I'll get down in a moment, but like the show is forever.
Okay, buddy.
Well, it's not forever because it has a certified endpoint. There is a limit to which we can go. Like if we wanted to produce every Ben 10 episode, every Omnitrix Radio episode we possibly could, there would still be like the end of the reboot is the cap off because the reboot ended a couple years ago, and I don't know if Ben 10's coming back.
Wait, the reboot ended a couple of what ago? Years?
A couple years ago, I think it ended
What?
in like 2020.
Nuh-uh.
Ben 10 reboot. I know it's over. Maybe it was over more recently than I thought, but I know it was ended
2021, April 2021. So like
April 11th, 2021.
less than a year ago.
Okay.
Or sorry, almost 2 years ago.
No,
Less
no,
than
no.
2 years ago.
Wait. Yeah. Okay. But yeah, it is over. So
Yeah. I think that completely like seals the fate for Ben 10. They still
They
promote the fuck out of it. Like they play it on Cartoon Network all the time, and the toys are still there.
probably
At
because
least
toys are
like
still
a year ago it
selling.
was. Yeah.
They should bring it back. They should bring back the original continuity.
They're not gonna do it though. It's not happening.
I feel like you could kind of have it both ways with Ben 10 if you did like a slightly more mature show and you put it on like
For Adult Swim, if they did
not
that,
maybe
it's
not
the
even
only
for
way.
Adult Swim, just for HBO Max and have it be like a PG-13 type show.
Yeah.
And then you can still sell toys.
I'd still rather. I'm still more anxious to see regular show come back.
Like
than
I just
am
want
Ben
I just
10.
want them to make part 3 of the Alien Force Ultimate Alien universe in terms of like it's have the same art style
Yeah.
and just like tell a story that like picks up from where Omniverse left off, but in the animation style of Alien Force and Ultimate Alien, and like being able to delve into slightly more mature themes. That would be pretty cool. Or a live action Ben 10 show, because the movies were actually pretty rad.
What?
Yeah, I like the live action.
Okay,
Ben
we're gonna
10
talk about
movies.
that another time. Can you? Okay, can we just say this episode is a 0 out of 10 and move to the next one?
Nah, it's not bad. It's just nothing.
Yeah.
I think it gets a 50%. Like it's just like this is an episode. It's a 5 out of 10
Yeah.
because there's nothing to detract from it, but there's also nothing to get it up there. Because like I think the middle is like where something lays if it's not good or bad.
Yeah, probably.
So 5 out of 10 for me.
Okay. I'm gonna give it like a 4 out of 10.
And then we got what might be my new favorite Ben 10 episode.
We've got Camp Fear, which aired on June 21st, 2006. And since IMDb is out of a different is a different order, I'm going to have to look here for a split second. Camp Fear. The Tennysons come upon a children's summer camp. What the fuck is this word? Besieged by large carnivorous fungus. They like grandpa like runs over and kills some like 9-year-old kid in the RV, and he's dead, and they say, "Oh my fucking god, he's dead."
Oh
And then grandpa's like, "Nah, it's okay. He's not dead. Just bring him on here. We're just going to kidnap the kid now." Yeah, and then they find out that this kid
he's Egg.
Egg. Wait. What about Egg?
I'm referencing Malcolm in the Middle.
Wait, what? When was that in season 1?
Yes.
I I forgot that you forgot that you saw that. I just like in my mind like you weren't aware of that bit.
Come on, Egg.
Egg, that was really funny. So yeah, you're a part of our family now.
You're just here now.
Yeah. Yeah, some fat kid with buck teeth gets run over and he's still alive and they discover they discover a camp. They go back to his camp and they find out that it was just run just destroyed by a bunch of fucking living, breathing, walking, talking mushroom creatures.
Oh, IMDb wrote this?
Yeah.
What you're saying right now?
Yeah. I already read the thing. I already read the IMDb thing.
Did you?
Yes.
Fuck.
God, you're gonna fucking fall asleep, aren't you?
No.
Are you
I'm
high?
fine. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought. You need to get more high. You need either not to be high or get more high
To
than
get
this.
more high.
It's for the podcast to work.
If I get more high, I'll start falling asleep. This is as high as I need to be.
I bet there would be some like fucking like 11-year-old kid out there who would think this is the funniest fucking shit ever, talking about Ben 10 while you're high.
It's a pretty cool show to watch while you're high.
Yeah.
It's a lot of bright colors.
Yeah.
Aliens and shit. Pretty cool.
Yeah. So I lied. I actually don't remember more about this episode. There's the theme of sharing, I guess.
What is the conflict? Because
The
like I
conflict
remember the
between them
context
is
around it is
they're
like
sharing a birthday. They have the same birthday.
no,
And
not that. What's like the thing they're trying to get away from in the camp?
the mushrooms.
Oh
Fucking-
fuck the mushrooms!
I just said that. I already said that.
Okay.
Dumbass.
The mushrooms. Okay. I do remember now. Like the reason why I love this episode so much is I just like the fucking horror movie tropey parts of just like the party traveling along and getting into disagreements as they go and like the like little horror elements as they go along.
Yeah.
It's just all so good. Like I love this episode so much like just for that. Seeing like Ben and Gwen lead this fucking group of misfits through this horror movie type scenario.
Yeah. It was pretty cool.
Just sometimes an episode of Ben 10 just hits in a pretty particular manner.
Yeah.
Like the Ben and Vilgax team up in Omniverse that we'll see in 3 years.
Or see in one month because we're gonna give up on doing this podcast and just watch Omniverse.
Can we just like can we go like in reverse order?
So we're gonna start from the
We're gonna
last
watch
episode.
Ben 10 backwards.
We're gonna start at the last episode
of
reboot.
Omniverse. And
No, the last
the
episode
reboot
of the
doesn't
reboot.
count.
Yes, it does. We have to suffer through the
Original
reboot.
original continuity only. We start from the last episode of Omniverse and go down to original Ben 10. I just fuck Tara Strong, okay? I want Yuri Lowenthal.
Hey, I love Tara Strong.
I also love Tara Strong, but I prefer Yuri Lowenthal as Ben Tennyson 1000%.
Okay, buddy.
Yuri Lowenthal couldn't be Timmy Turner. Yeah, Yuri Lowenthal couldn't be Harley Quinn. Tara Strong has some roles, but you know, when it comes to Ben 10, it's Yuri Lowenthal's the guy to me.
Wow, it's almost like the two of us both are biased towards the one that we watched.
The one that we watched as a kid, yeah. Which is weird because you're younger than me. So you'd think you would be into later Ben 10 and I'd be into earlier Ben 10.
I'm like
No.
2 years younger than you.
Yeah, but that's the difference, right? Between like because what was airing when I was a kid and what was airing when you were a kid. Like,
well, I don't think I was. Yeah, you're right.
Like it makes more sense for you to be the one who's like into Alien Force.
Yeah, because Alien Force was airing by the time I got into it.
But you had the original on DVD and you watched it all the time, so
I think I actually watched Alien Force first, believe it or not. I'd seen it on Cartoon Network, and I had like one DVD of Alien Force, which had like 3 episodes that I actually remember fairly vividly. And God, I think I got the full seasons of Ben 10, the original Ben 10 though, season 1 and season 2 on DVD, out either at Walmart or for my birthday or some shit. And ever since then, that's been my show.
There you go. Ben 10.
All right.
Pretty good.
What is your favorite character in this episode?
Come on.
Dude, like what are we
There's gotta be more to say.
There's nothing more to say. It's over.
God damn it.
Let's just do what this show was meant to do. okay, and just talk about stupid shit
Okay.
after we wrap this one up.
Okay. Yeah, it's fine. But yeah, I love this episode a lot. Favorite character, I don't remember any like particular standout. Like I think I liked everybody. Maybe I guess I'll just give it to Ben by default because he sure was the main character.
Yeah,
Everybody performed solidly. This is kind of arbitrary, but I'll go ahead and give it to Ben.
same, Ben.
Favorite scene.
My favorite scene is where he goes like wild vine and like communicates with the fucking fungus. That shit was creepy and awesome.
I remember my favorite scene. It's definitely like one of the character interactions during the horror movie part, but I just watched the episode 2 weeks ago and I'm having a hard time recalling specifics.
Yeah, that's okay.
Let me do a quick wiki skim, see if anything stands out.
I'm incapable of skimming the wiki. It's impossible. It's just something that I've tried to do and failed numerous times.
I like the scene where Wild Mutt first finds the deep tunnels where Max is.
Yeah,
That's a pretty good part. He gets tentacled.
yeah, we know you're into that.
Oh, shut up.
Rated out of 10.
10. I don't know why I had to think about that. This is one of my favorite ones so far. 10.
I give it a 9. It's pretty damn good. Just nothing about it like stands out enough for it to be like one of the few that I give a 10.
Well, I just think it's neat.
I mean, if we're being honest here, like a lot of these episodes are 10s, but when I say 10, I really mean like something that's like beyond like
Even
like
further beyond.
something like that's like really like notably beyond the scope of quality that a normal Ben 10 episode is, which is a few episodes in the show that we've watched so far and isn't this one.
You're entitled to your incorrect opinion.
Okay, buddy.
I
So what do we talk about now?
don't know, man. What do you want to do today?
I don't know. What do you want to do today?
I don't know. What do you want to do today?
Shut the fuck up. What do you want to do
Shut
today?
the fuck up. Shut your goddamn mouth. What do you want to do today?
Do you want to talk about the issue crew, the current state of the issue crew?
You want to have that conversation?
Yeah.
What's the current state of the issue crew? Just not having Kathy on it is the state?
Yeah. Are we going to search for a replacement, a new member, or are we just going to...
We may. I just don't really have anybody in mind.
When are we going to kick Candor?
We're not.
Was I on the episode he was on?
Yes, I think everybody was there.
Yeah, no, yeah, you're right. You're right.
Assembled the Avengers.
That's true.
And he is not, he's not even close to missing his obligation yet. February just started.
Wait, we mean like the per the literal month and not per 30-day period?
Yes, that is something I asked you what we should do, and you said
Yeah, you're
that.
right. You're right.
Yeah,
I just don't really remember the specifics of that because I've never had to worry about it myself.
that's true because you're on like almost all the time. But yeah, he's yet to miss his mark.
Okay, yeah.
He has like a real job and like a real girlfriend and a real life. So he probably
used
doesn't check Discord a lot.
I used to be in that position.
You didn't have like a real job and a real
Why
life.
is
You were
why
still
is
in
working
high school.
why is working in fast food not a real
You're still
job?
in high school and you worked at fast food for minor hours.
Okay,
and-
no. I worked 48 hours a week at one point during the
Oh.
summer.
Oh,
Like I was straight like I was working full time, experiencing the full depression. That's what launched when I first worked there. It was just straight okay, fucking 8 hours a day, 6 days a week.
awful. Why would you subject yourself to that?
Money.
That's disgusting.
Had a lot of money.
It's not worth it. How is
It
that
was
even
worth it. I could
worth
buy
it?
whatever I could buy whatever the fuck I wanted.
But you didn't even have time to have it. You were too busy
Yeah.
working all the time.
Well, I would get up, not eat, not do anything, go to work, get home from work, hop in a VC with Riely and friends, either record a podcast or a let's play, and then go back to bed. And then on that one day a week, which was Sunday, that I didn't have anything to do, I would enjoy myself.
Oh.
I'm not gonna pretend it wasn't fucking terrible, but like, I don't know.
I wish I could work less hours
How many hours do you work a
and
week?
make less money. Not even that much, 35 I have
Oh,
7-hour
that's.
shifts, and I have an unpaid 30-minute lunch break every
Are you
shift.
counting? Are
So
you counting your lunch break in those
I was
hours?
I was counting when I said 35, so it's actually like 32 and a half paid.
Okay, that's not too bad. But that's also like I don't know. How many days a week are you working? 5?
Yeah.
I think I might be working 6 days a week again, depending on who hires me and what hours they have available. But I will definitely make sure I can do the issue crew at the very least, and obviously middle school GSA, make that work.
You guys have a night for that set in stone?
We do it on Tuesday. We do Tuesdays at 7 right now, but might change once I get employed. I don't know. I haven't even talked to them about that. And
Sounds
you're
like you should
currently
just work day shift, is what that sounds like to me.
no. See, that's like the last thing that I want to do. I want to work either like early in the morning or like late at night, which is I think me and everybody else, right? Like I've
Yeah.
wouldn't everybody prefer to either work super late at night or super early in the morning?
Yeah, work in the morning. Work like 7 to 3, like a normal person.
Maybe I'll do that. 9 to 5 is like the worst fucking like
That's basically what
time
I
to
do,
work.
except I don't do 8 hours, so I do 10 to 5. But
Yeah, no, it's the worst time to work. Or like for me, well, I guess even worse was I would go to school until 3:15 and I worked from 4:30. I was working part-time. I was working 4:30 to 8:30, but even so, that's like the most depressing hours you could ever fucking work because you get home from school, you go to work, and then work's over and then you go to bed. You know what I mean? Like you get up, school, work, bed. Get up, school, work, bed.
yeah,
And I was working 8 hours a day, but every other weekend.
click, click, clack, click, clack.
Sorry, I was working. I was working every other weekend and 8 hours a day on the weekends that I worked. So it was like the equivalent of. It was the equivalent of 4 hours, 7 days a week. I think I had off on Wednesdays. I don't remember
Sucks out
exactly.
loud, bro.
What?
That sucks
Yeah,
so
but
bad.
I'm desperate enough for money right now that I'll work any hours I'm needed. But I will at least tell people, tell employers that I'd
Yeah,
prefer to
your
work.
financial situation must be in a tizzy with the sudden loss of $15 steadily flowing into your account per week.
No, my financial situation is bad because I'm graduated, meaning uh, I'm a leech now. I'm just sitting here reaping the benefits of living with my family without actually contributing anything or being a child that is deserving or in need of those things. So I'm trying
That's
to.
pretty based.
No, it's not. It's the worst thing ever.
No, it
It's
sounds
not
awesome.
sustainable. I'll also get kicked out if I keep doing that. So it's whatever. I'll be working. I'll be working whatever hours I'm needed. I'll be suffering. I'll be suicidal the whole time. I'll be incredibly fucking depressed. I'll be psychotic again. But I'll have money. I'll be psychotic with money. And hopefully I'll be able to move out very soon.
I don't think your priorities are in order, Demigloom.
Well, it's just an aspect of maturity that I have to face. Because like I'm telling you right now, I'm gonna move out. That's my goal. And I'm gonna do anything I can to accomplish that goal. Because I know that in the long run, it's gonna be what's best for me. Sometimes you have to sacrifice, like, sometimes you literally have to sacrifice your happiness in your day to day life for a period of time in order to achieve like long term success. It's just something you got to do.
Yeah.
Something you don't want to do, clearly.
No. Well, I kind of do, but like,
Are you ever gonna like move out of your parents' house or your mom's house?
you see, realistically, probably not.
Come on.
I have
Surely,
no I have no desire to work any harder or any longer per week than I do now. And that income is never going to be sustainable under any living situation besides living with my mother.
are you sure there's no like apartment
Maybe
which you
maybe
could
if I
pay the
like
rent
share an
for?
apartment with like 4 people and split the rent, it would be
You should
cheaper.
honestly you should do that.
I don't even know how to
Or
set
or
that
like
up.
with
Where are the
or like with a
people? Where are the
person.
apartments?
You you could figure it out. The first step is like knowing what you want. I think if you didn't live with your mom as well and you like had freedom and you were able to like go and like do things and like not be a fucking child, you would be much more like content with your day-to-day life even in spite of the fact that you'd be working more hours.
No.
Come on.
No. I want to work less hours. I fucking hate my job. I hate my job so much. I fucking hate my job. Please kill me with a gun.
Well, here's another thing is no matter how no matter how satisfied you are with your job, and I mean like satisfied with your job like relatively like to other jobs, you should always be looking for a better thing. You should always be like on the lookout for a better opportunity. Someone's that's going to pay
Scared.
you
I've been
more.
I've been Stockholm syndromed where I just don't think I'm capable of doing anything else. I don't think I'm capable of working in the service industry. I don't think I'm capable of a lot of things. I know how to do customer service over the telephone. I know how to sell over the telephone.
Is there
I know how
any
to fix computers semi-competently, but not enough to have any like real IT position that pays well.
you think you could work for like a Best Buy or something?
Maybe.
Or like even like a Geek
Like
Squad?
anybody who works at those kinds of places has to know how to fucking sweep a floor, which I don't.
Yeah, but they don't have to know that when you interview. And you can sweeping a floor is fucking easy. Like all that shit is like incredibly easy. I didn't know how to fucking like use like the fucking like restaurant industrial mops. I didn't know how to do anything at fucking McDonald's, but they showed me. It's like, oh, you're a stupid kid who doesn't know how to do anything. Yeah, I've dealt with hundreds of these, but yeah, I've seen this before. They show me how to do it all. Like shit like that, they'll teach you how
I
to do.
also piss so frequently that no job with strictly scheduled breaks will I ever be able to do.
Well, you could
I'm such a frequent pisser. Because how break works at my job is you just go on break and you get like 2.5 minutes per hour that you work. And I just go on break once an hour to piss.
well, when I worked at McDonald's, it was if you had to go to the bathroom, you had to go to the bathroom. You didn't have to fucking clock out to piss.
Like, what do they need me? I'm off pissing for the seventh time.
They'll say, "Oh, Riley's pissing," and you'll be right back. That easy. Is there like Best Buy near you? Like a tech store?
Semi near, but not near enough to walk pleasantly. Near enough to walk, but it would be an awful walk to make every day.
How long of a walk is your current job from your house?
Like 20 minutes.
Oh, okay. That's not too bad. How long would the
The
walk
walk to
be?
Best Buy would be like an hour.
Oh, damn. You should get a bike.
Yeah, probably.
You know, you've played enough Pokemon to know that getting the bike would be the shit, right?
You see, the funny thing is I barely use the bike in Pokemon because like a
Shut the fuck
separate
up. I'm
thing that I
making
have to
a
go
valid
to.
analogy.
Yeah, I'm just the weird Pokemon player who's like, all I have to do to use the running shoes is press B. If I want to use the bike, I gotta like go to the menu and shit. Fuck that.
Hmm.
Yeah, I should probably get a bike.
If you got a bike, like you could probably make it to Best Buy and not a super long amount of time.
I want
Yeah,
to work at a
you don't have
GameStop, and I've applied several times, and I've never been contacted.
that would be you could totally work at GameStop and make a fucking livable wage, probably. What is the GameStop starting wage in Florida? Oh, never mind. Fucking
What,
$8.25 hour for a sales
that has
associate.
to be outdated. I'm pretty sure the minimum wage down here is like over $10 now.
Okay, average GameStop hourly pay ranges from approximately $8.70 per hour for cashiers slash sales to $15.80 per hour for store manager. Jesus Christ. Okay, that's terrible. Jesus fucking God.
Yeah, that's pretty awful.
I made I made like $8.50 an hour at Dunkin' Donuts.
Oh no.
But it was literally like everyone worked there. There was like two adults that worked there, right? And by like 1 p.m., all the adults were gone, and it was literally just teenagers who just like played Pokemon Go and smoked weed and like just like made food and ate it themselves. Like that
Oh
was
my
literally the whole
god.
thing. And I was like, what should I be doing? And they're like, I don't give a shit, man. Chill. You want a fucking chocolate milk?
Hell yeah, dude.
I should have never quit that job.
Yeah, why would you ever?
Well, I was because I was hospitalized.
You should have unhospitalized yourself.
Yeah, I should have just left the hospital and went back to work because that would have made me feel better because it was
Yeah.
such an awesome job. No, it was in reality
You just
pretty
hang
bad.
out and not smoke weed because you're a square and make money.
Listen, it's hip to be square, first of all, and second
It's
of all,
good to be a square.
everybody was I actually got like people were like actually like transphobic to me at that job, like customers. Like people literally would like they'd be like, "Hello, sir," and like just scowl at me. Or like, let me get you know what I mean, when I was cashier, and people would literally just like firmly call me sir, like insultingly. or just like roll their eyes when they saw me. I was like, wow, great. People in
It's gonna
my
happen like
town.
anywhere though.
What?
That's gonna happen to you like at any food job though, I think, because you're just in a
Yeah, but
shitty part of town.
yeah, anywhere I work, that's gonna be the problem. People in my city, literally, like multiple times, people have just like honked their horn, like on their cars, and I look, and it's just like they literally just like point at me and like laugh their asses off with their friends, like fucking Omegle in real
Oh my
life.
god.
Like it's so bad. Like people literally, it's literally
Oh
so
my
bad in my
god.
town, which is why I
That's
want to get the
so
fuck out of here. A big
awful.
part of it, yeah. I just think that's funny personally, but at the same time, it's like a reflection of the climate that I'm trying to navigate, and it's just not super fun. It's a sad reflection of reality, but it's also really funny.
It is kind of really funny. I feel like maybe I should try to change that about myself.
What?
The fact that I think bad things are funny.
Well, they are. It's
Like no
hilarious.
matter what it is, if there's something awful that occurs, I probably to some level think it's funny.
Yeah.
Like
I mean, it's true.
literally the fucking the Dick Masterson's new bit where like when literally any like awful thing happens to make Vito uncomfortable, he's like, "Isn't it kind of funny though?" Like whenever a shooting
Yeah.
happens, he's just like, "Isn't it is it a little bit funny?" And Vito's like, "No, it's not."
Dude, the Dick show is like so terrible. They're literally just like laughing at fat women. Like that's all they do. It's so dumb. It's like
so great.
like fat women literally just exist and they just like laugh like hysterically for like an
Well, you
hour.
see, I don't really listen to the Dick Show anymore. I listen to Biggest Problem.
They'll just be like reading an article. It's like it'll be like these fat women think that they're beautiful. They just like him and Sean just like laugh maniacally for like 2 hours.
And the new thing on Biggest Problem is just Dick sees how far he can push Vito.
Yeah.
He just like talks about like the Jews and how Kanye was right and like
Great guy, Dick Masterson. Friend of the show.
whenever he makes it funny though. Like whenever there's like a corporation that they're talking about that's like a problem, Dick's like, who's the guy? Who's the CEO? What religion does he stand by?
Yeah, but he's he's very obviously not like just joking. Like he clearly has concerns of like Jewish power and shit, and is like expressing
There's
them
the
in a very anti-Semitic way, which is
I don't know.
wildly
I feel
problematic
like you
for
probably
reasons I
don't
don't need to
listen.
explain.
I feel like you probably don't listen to Dick Masterson all the time. Have you run into their Muslim prayer bit?
No, I don't really listen to him a lot anymore.
Yeah,
So no.
they started doing that on Biggest Problem. They just like every once in a while Dick will do like a fucking crazy Islamic prayer circle where he yells about fat women and says inshallah a lot.
It's not funny. It's just stupid.
It's really funny. And now
I
like
should just
all the Biggest Problem super chats say praise Allah at the end of them. It's just
I should
that's the
just
new bit.
I should just like start like leaving voicemails for the Dick Show and just like complaining, being like a lib cuck. They'd probably play it on the show.
Wonder if they'd play it. I've left a few voicemails on Dick Show and Biggest Problem. I've only ever gotten played once. I got it in one and never got it again. They played the first email or the first voicemail I ever sent into the Dick Show, and they have not played me since.
Damn. Dick Masterson hates us, by the way.
I'm sure he does.
Man, he guessed it on our podcast and literally left before it was over. Like the moment, like
he knew we were ending it though. Like it's
the
not
moment
like he
we were
left
like
in the middle.
the moment we mentioned like, all right, it's about time to wrap it up. He's like, all right, bye.
Yeah.
And we had to be like, wait. Where can let's just find you? He probably laughed. He probably rolled his eyes like, yeah, your listeners.
And the listeners are gonna find me for sure. As if every single listener of Largest Issue in the Galaxy doesn't know exactly where to find Dick Masterson.
Yeah. Do you have anything else you want to talk about before we end this recording?
Now it's over.
All right. Where can our listeners find you, Dick Masterson?
You can find me on the Issue Crew. Go listen to the Issue Crew. YouTube.com/@theissuecrew. Anchor.fm/Issue Crew. The Issue Crew on Spotify, Apple Podcasts. So many ways to play to win. Go listen to the Issue Crew. What about you, Demigloom?
Well, you can check me out at youtube.com/Demigloom or at Demigloom since YouTube wants to put at in everything.
Oh my god.
Yeah, check out youtube.com/@demigloom. I'm making a video, guys. I'm working on a video.
Oh my
It's about
god!
communism. It's about communism. It's about the prompt is, are communists worse than Nazis? Ooh, I wonder where the far left Demigloom stands on that issue. You'll have to wait and see whether or not I think communists are worse than Nazis. Yeah, so be on the lookout for that. Go to youtube.com/@demigloom. Also, yeah, check out the issue crew. It's I'm a host. Me and Riely both host that show with a bunch of other losers who are really funny. It's becoming a dumpster fire. We all hate each other. We yell at each other. We get into drama. Just like a lot of like just domestic drama going on, and it's great. It's beautiful.
All the drama's gone now. We've removed the irritant.
Me and Jason will get mad at each other over something soon. We'll figure it out. We'll figure out.
We'll figure out how to have the drama.
But yeah, no, it's a great show. You should go listen to it, and it's really a shame that nobody does listen to it. Also, my other podcast, Middle School GSA, I host it with my friend Felonious Ferris, and we talk about politics from a leftist, transgender, LGBTQ plus perspective, and it's a really good show. It's critically acclaimed. Everybody who's listened to it loves it, except for Oni Plays fans, which for some reason Squeeble the Last is trying to market it to. Yeah, it's a beloved podcast that more people need to listen to. Yeah, so if you want to listen to me and Riely and other just stupid content creators, go listen to the Issue Crew. Or if you want to listen to me talk about politics, Demigloom politics, go listen to Middle School GSA.
See you next time.
It's like politics. It's like politics and comedy. It's not super serious. It's funny politics.
Funny politics.
Yeah.
All right, see you next week, folks. Not next week. 2 weeks. Bye.
Yeah, totally, bro.
Yeah, totally.
Totally.